apologies for the camera. My laptop for some reason is not working, and so I'm using a different device, but I do have some notes off to the side, and so if I ever glance over, that is why. And so, discussing chapter 4, The Seduced by Autotune. I didn't have much commentary about this just because I felt that a lot of what was said was very accurate. No notes really, just I think the way it was written definitely portrays autotune. It talked about how autotune has transformed modern pop music, and it kind of argues that it's become nearly universal in the music industry. Very well said, very accurate. It also discussed how autotune evolved to be into something subtle as something that's a distinct editing technique for many artists, and it's kind of their signature. And I happen to agree with that. No other commentary. Definitely, it is overused, and it has been a type of symbol now. Um, and it kind of also discusses how many artists deny using autotune and technology despite it being very widespread. Again, I agree. Something that is passed off as very natural is not very natural anymore. In fact, I feel that we have lost the ability to distinguish between a natural voice and autotune. And that is actually what the chapter went into as well, the loss of appreciation for natural and that imperfect voice. No other commentary besides that, besides the summary of that section. And yeah, I completely agree with everything that was being said. It is very unfortunate, and it's very unlikely that we're going to move away from autotune. It's just something that's been ingrained in music now. Now for the riffs of passage. This section talked about how bilingual music reflects the bicultural views and lives of immigrants and their children, and it talks about how musicians use their art to celebrate Latino culture while also addressing issues such as undocumentation, immigration, deportation, and the struggles that come with any sort of immigration. And so rather than viewing their music as simply political, it explains how these songs tell stories and bring lives and dedication and a story to the community. And so I feel that it brings a sense of belonging, which is also what was kind of being said. My thoughts on this is I think that it is amazing that we have this integration where music can describe the lives of people. And hopefully, moving forward, we could see this within more communities as well. Whether it being the Asian community, whether it being the Latino community, Hispanic, whether even being like European immigrants. I haven't heard any music that comes from like Russia or anything, which is something maybe I'll look into. But I just love that we all have these different ways of bringing forth struggles, and I'd love to see that more integrated within different communities. And yeah, and so finally for the pernicious rise of popism. It talks about how modern music criticism has shifted towards popdism. I hope I'm saying that correctly, and the belief that mainstream pop music deserves the highest level of critical praise, while criticism of popular artists are often dismissed as biased or outdated. And I feel that this really talks about how internet culture, streaming services, and the pursuit of web traffic, it kind of encourages critics to focus on famous musicians because they generate more attention. And I think this was perfectly said. Again, no real commentary, just because we focus on artists that are mainstream rather than small niche kind of artists. And unfortunately, because of the way that streaming services work, there's a loss of new artists. And hopefully, moving forward, we're able to find a new way where music is accessible to everyone, and in a way that it could be popularized in a more common way. Hopefully, I've seen this through TikTok, where people blow up through TikTok and that's how they become popular. And surprisingly, I think that's a very amazing way, because, TikTok feeds off of an algorithm, and it's accessible to everyone. And so I feel that popularizing music through there is a great way to bring attention to other new artists. And so that's kind of a summary of the notes that I jot down of the chapter. And yeah, I don't really have too much to add compared to some of the other vlogs. Just because I felt that everything was very well said. It's very statement like, and I don't really feel I have anything to add to it besides small little things that I'm just happy that music is a way to express multiple communities. And I would say the only thing is the auto tune. Unfortunately, I don't see that going away though. So, yes, thank you so much.